What's up, guys? Talk Movies with us here, back again for another movie review, and we just finished watching Daddy's Home 2, starring Mark Wahlberg, Will Ferrell, John Lithgow, the great Mel Gibson, John Cena, Linda Cardellini,
and the list goes on.
Mark Wahlberg's character and Will Ferrell's character, they're learning to coexist, you know, they're getting along.
They're co-parenting.
And then the holidays roll around and their fathers come into the picture, right? John Lithgow's character playing Will Ferrell's father, and Mel Gibson returning to the big screen once again playing
Mark Wahlberg's father.
And the hilarity ensues from there.
Mel Gibson and John Lithgow are polar opposites, just as Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg are complete polar opposites, and I must say the casting in this was pretty much perfect.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I couldn't picture anyone else playing Will Ferrell's father than John Lithgow, who's hilarious. And Mel Gibson playing Mark Wahlberg's father is great too. It's
like, he probably could have been his father in real life.
You really buy into it, you know? You really do.
Yeah, and of course, the chemistry between Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell is great. It's perfect. Ever since the other guys.
They play off each other really well.
Yeah, I think that a lot of it probably is, you know, they're good at going back and forth with each other, so.
Yeah. And, you know, this movie toes the line just kid-friendly enough and enough for the adults to get a few laughs in as well, because this movie, I feel like it's got a lot of good raunchy humor in it. Oh yeah,
but it's not like over the top where like you're earmuffing the kids if you take them to go see it.
Like you could.
We had a whole row of kids in front of us.
Yeah, very kid friendly. Like I said, toes that line perfectly of being good, just good for anybody, you know, of all ages, I would say. It's very cute, you know, uplifting holiday movie, you know. You definitely don't worry about it, you know, take your kids, you know, your family. I think you'll have a good time with it. And it's nice to see Mel Gibson, you know, in this kind of role again. I mean, I'm a big Mel Gibson fan. Of course, we got Braveheart, Signs, the Lethal Weapon movies. I mean, What Woman Want? Classic.
Absolute classic.
And Hacksaw Ridge, man, the guy is so talented, you know, directing, he's a great actor, and I'm happy to see his return a little bit, that Hollywood is kind of forgiving him. And sure, Mel Gibson has said some really messed up things in the past.
But, I mean, what else is going on in Hollywood these days?
Yeah,
so.
I mean, from what's going on in Hollywood these days, I mean, that's nothing compared to what we're hearing going on now. But, I mean, you know, this is a perfect movie for him to make his return to the big screen. I mean, I know he was in Bloodfather, which was friggin' great.
But I think that was more of like an indie film, right?
Yeah, yeah. He directed Hacksaw Ridge, which showed you the guy hasn't lost a step when it comes to stepping behind the camera.
Definitely talented.
Super talented guy. He said some things when he was hammered, but at the end of the day, this is a perfect role for him to make his little comeback, if you will, because, you know, it's a good movie. He does laugh at himself in this movie, you know.
Oh yeah, he definitely pokes fun at himself.
And that's good to see, you know. I feel like this is a step in the right direction for him to take on something comedic.
Yeah, and I actually, if they end up making another one or whatever, I wouldn't mind seeing him return. It would be...
No, I mean, I hope we get to see him again come back a little bit, you know, because the guy is super talented and I've always enjoyed his work. So overall, as a comedy and a Christmas movie, how'd you feel about it?
Well, I must say, it definitely got me in the mood to watch way more Christmas movies. It got me in, like, the holiday spirit.
Yeah.
And, you know what? It is what it is. You go into it knowing what you're getting. And you're getting, I mean, if you've seen Daddy's Home 2, it's just a fun comedy. You can turn your brain off for an hour and a half and have a good time. This one, I think it does that, and, you know, it also gets you into the holiday spirit.
Yeah, it gets you in the feels a little bit as well.
It does. It's got a little bit of humor. It's got a little bit of drama. It's got a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Yeah, 100%, like you said. Is it the next classic? Is it Home Alone? Is it
going to win awards? No.
No, but you want to know what? You know, to get you in the holiday spirit a little bit and to laugh out loud, you know, it's a worthy sequel, and in my opinion, better than the original. I really liked it better. It's a little more over the top of the comedy. I love raunchy humor. I have the sense of humor of a 3-year-old. All you gotta do is fart, and you got me. Like, I'll applaud laughing. So
yeah,
it surpassed my expectations.
I definitely was going into it expecting it to be extremely stupid, but I was laughing hysterically for a lot of the movie, and I mean, that's all you can really expect. It's really nice to sit in the theater and not like feel like you need to break out a notebook and start taking notes.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you're allowed to go to a movie and have fun, you know. Not everything's got to be Dunkirk and and whatever. You know, this movie, just sit back, relax, have some laughs, get you in the holiday spirit. My favorite part of this whole movie is the camaraderie between Lithgow, Mel Gibson.
Oh, the chemistry between everybody.
The banter and the hilarity and the slapstick humor, man, it's just, I think it worked really well.
And yes, there are some ridiculous scenes, but even in the classics, Home Alone, Christmas Vacation,
Yeah.
what isn't over the top about some of those movies? I mean, so you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt, go into it and just have fun.
Exactly, I mean,
I feel like we say this a lot in the comedy that we watch, but
like people go, why
true.
would you pay to see that? You know, I enjoy seeing movies that just make you feel a little, you know, a little better about your life.
It's fun to laugh,
you know?
because there's so much negativity in this world.
So
you can go in and kind of forget about what's going on and laugh.
Without a doubt, it's nice to see kids laughing along with the adults as well. You know, it's nice to see all that, and the adults aren't sitting there wanting to kill themselves, and the kids are having a ball. You know, it meshed perfectly, in my opinion.
Yeah. So grades. What are we gonna grade this?
I'll give it a very solid B.
Okay.
Really enjoyed it. Solid Christmas movie, fun movie overall.
I am going to do the same. I'm going to give it a B. I think you're right. It is, I mean, you liked it better than the original. I think it's on par. I'm not sure if I like it better than the original, because the third part of the movie, it really like fell off for me. I thought it got a little bit crazy at the end. Other than that, the first part of the movie I really, really enjoyed. Was laughing a lot and had a great time. So.
Yeah, there's an epic snowball fight. Alright guys, so that is our take on Daddy's Home 2. And guys, if you want to see our very first reaction the minute we step out of the theater, follow us on this app called Stardust.
Yes, we will have the link in the description, but pretty much most of the movies that we've been seeing, we do a quick 30-second reaction, and it's nice because it's not edited. It's kind of our first thoughts before we sit down and do our reviews, and yeah, if you're on it, follow us and we will try to do the same.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Snapchat or an Instagram story for movie reviews. Hi, Roscoe.
He wants to join in at the end. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. As always, give this video a big thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe.
And let us know what your favorite Christmas comedy is.
And we'll see you guys in the next video.
See you later.